down to hours. This is a last day in Ecuador, and I'm just running some errands, getting ready to go to the airport. So, what are we doing right now? Shopping. Going to get food. Going to get some food because I don't want to deal with airplane food. My lovely wife is going to make me some food, some snacks to take on the plane. And just like that, I'm at the airport. I was super nervous. Which way do I go? Super nervous. I think I'm gonna have to turn the camera off. I'm approaching security. I'll finish the story in a minute. So where was I? My trip was starting off pretty badly, and that is because my flight is delayed and I've got a really tight transfer in Houston. Also because, like most people do, I booked the cheap tickets, right? And I thought that meant that my flight was basic economy in United Airlines speak. So I thought the basic economy rules applied to me, and I didn't really know what those were. When I scoped out the ticket, I saw, okay, I got a check bag included. That's all I need to know. Good to go. Then after I purchased the ticket and got my itinerary, there was a little link to the carry-on bag policies, and I followed that link and it said basic economy gets no carry-on bag. And I was like, oh, they got me. Well, it turns out my cheap ticket is not basic economy. That's offered only for domestic flights. My international flight does include a carry-on bag, so that's cool because I'm moving back to the US, right? I need all the space I could possibly get in my bags, in my pockets, anywhere I can put stuff. So, excuse me, nose is running a little. So, that was panic one, resolved after a little poking around and figuring out what the rules actually were. But panic two was, oh, my flight's delayed, and my transfer in Houston was already really tight. I had a 55-minute window to make this transfer. Well, when you fly into the US from an international flight, you don't just get to make your transfer. You have to go through customs, go through immigration. You've got to collect your bags and then recheck your bags and then go back through security. So there's absolutely no way I was gonna make this transfer with the delayed flight. It cut my window of time down from 55 minutes to like 25, actually less than that, because by the time I checked in, it was even more delayed. What happened was, great luck, at the counter checking in, the guy, the worker, the gate agent or whatever they're called, in the line next to mine, recognized me from my YouTube channel. We struck up a conversation. It was very friendly. He was asking about my farms, all kinds of stuff. So that kind of changed the whole situation with the guy I was dealing with, because like now suddenly I'm somebody cool or friendly or whatever, somebody that they want to take care of. And the result was I was able to get put on a 2-hour later flight proactively. I didn't have to wait till I got to Houston, miss the flight, and then pray that there's another seat by then on this other flight. I got it all resolved, so everything worked out. But it was a little bit of a panic until I got checked in and got that all resolved. So the pilot keeps coming on and saying the lights on one side of the plane are too bright, and they're trying to fix that before we take off. I interpreted that to mean that they have electrical problems they don't know how to solve. You see these lights on one side and not the other. I think that's what they're talking about. I'm sure they've desperately got an aircraft electrician trying to figure out why and how the fuck this has happened. Watching a full plane deboard, or try to, really brings home the dilemma that people face. The real problem, not that they aren't problems, but the real problem is not the political climate. The real problem is not the environment or war or any of that stuff. The real problem is with $8 billion human beings on the planet. We are just not smart enough or evolved enough for it to work. And Houston Airport is really putting me through the ringer. So finally got through customs. I was like the last US passport holder to get through. And right when I get up there, they did their moment of silence for 9/11, because it's 9/11, understandable. And then they flagged me for an extra search. And fortunately, I declared at that point that I had some fruit. They took the fruit away. I also had some seeds that I was bringing friends and family, and they took those away, and managed to talk myself out of getting a large fine. They've taken away the whole forms where you declare any items just to be safe. There is no process anymore. It's just you get shuffled through and haha, they got you. There's no system for declaring and avoiding getting a penalty. Kind of sketchy. Who could have guessed that September 11th was a bad day to fly through Houston? Well, made it to Seatac Airport on the bus, heading to Tacoma. That was a hard one. That was a rough trip, even though it wasn't that long. And got lucky. The bus was their little change machine for taking bills was broken, so got to ride the bus for free. Now I'm vlogging on the bus like an idiot.